Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Aaron, and this is the Drew Estate Undercrown Maduro Bellacluso 6x52, and you're watching 24 Outdoor Cigar Review Channel. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Aaron. Today we're going to be looking at this here Drew Estate Undercrown. This is the Maduro Bellacluso 6x52. Just look at that. What a beautiful cigar. Really elegant band. It's got a nice foot band that says Maduro on it. It's a really good looking cigar, and I'm hoping that it tastes half as good as it looks. Now, I acquired this cigar through one of my favorite places to go, and that's cigarbid.com. And I got it for really cheap. That's why I bought it. I got actually a couple of these, so pretty excited to give it a try and see what all the buzz is all about. Drew Estate is like at its height right now with different cigars, and as of right now, the Maduro, they have 16 different sizes and shapes to choose from. So I really like the Bellacluso size because I like the ring gauge is anywhere from 52 to 60. And I also like the 6-inch length as well. What I like about this cigar is it's beautiful, beautiful dark brown San Andreas wrapper. That thing is just beautiful. Also, it's a Nicaraguan. It has Connecticut and Habano binder, as well as Brazilian and a beautiful Nicaraguan filler as well. So I'm betting that this is going to be a power pack punch of pepper. Say that quick 5 times in a row. Power pack punch pepper. That'll mess you up if it doesn't. Yeah, so I'm planning on this being pretty spicy, pretty tangy, pretty zingy, and I can't wait to get into it. So let's just get into it then. A little bit of cedar on the outside. Maybe just a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of chocolatey smell to it. They do say that this is a full-bodied cigar, full strength. It's not mellow by any means. And you can tell that just by the blend of tobacco that's in it. The Brazilian, as well as the San Andreas wrapper that's on it, is very known for its very potency of flavors. So, little barnyard. Blast of chocolate in the foot. Very big blast of chocolate in the foot. I'm ready to get into the cut and the cold draw and see what this thing is all about. Stick around. Okay guys, welcome back. I think I'm ready to cut and light this thing if I have a lighter, and I do. I always have a lighter. Always have a lighter hanging out somewhere. So again, the Drew Estate, this is the Undercrown Maduro Bellacluso 6x52. Let's get this footband off. I like the doll colors that are on this. It's, well, the doll and the kind of shiny. The gold that's on it is kind of shiny, and the rest of it is pretty dull. It's like a bluish color. I don't know if I can get that to focus because that's pretty small. It's like a navy blue and then a gold trim, which looks really nice. So, this is a Bellacluso. It does have a little bit of a torpedo shape at the end, but I'm going to cut it off straight because it's not a full-blown torpedo and I don't have that much cap to work with. Which, by the way, it looks like it is at least double capped, and as of pretty much everything that's coming out of Drew Estate these days, it is perfectly rolled. And the construction is great. It is seamless. Like, I can't pick out any visible seams on this at all. See if you guys can. Can you see any seams? I can't. I don't even see that many veins. It looks like a really great cigar, and it's super packed tight, so I'm kind of hesitant on this about the draw. I'm thinking the draw is going to be a little tight for my liking, but we'll just have to see. So we're going to cut this thing right now. What a mess. Good lord. Okay. I got the chocolate on the cool draw right away. A little musty taste to it. Mostly just the chocolate right now. The taste on the cap, normally on other dark wrappers like this with the San Andreas, you get that kind of like that strong taste on the cap, and I don't have it on this. And typically that comes with well-aged cigars or well taken care of cigars. So, pretty excited about this. The cut, by the way, was absolutely perfect. And if I hold it over this long enough, my candle that's in front of me is going to light it. And we don't want that. We want my lighter to do the work. Let's do that now. So guys, if there's any part of this video that you're not enjoying, which I know there's some of you out there that don't like the long-winded videos, feel free to go down into the description. Down there you'll find fast forwards to every part of this video. So if there's a certain part of this that you want to see, head down there and check it out. I'm not gonna be mad at you. Second of all, there's another link in the description. I'll say a little bit more about it later on, but that's for the giveaway for the 50 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. We're giving a bunch of stuff away. The video's up. The contest is going. You have approximately 3 weeks to do so. So don't hesitate. Get into it. First of all, a nice mellow pepper right off the bat. It's not harsh. It's not punching me in the face like I expected it to, being that it does have the Brazilian filler as well as the San Andreas wrapper. So, I don't know how I feel about that because I like pepper. So far, so good, guys. I'm going to smoke this down just a little bit into the second third, and we'll come back to you with the first third review, guys. Please stick around. Alright, I don't have a hat on. I look like a bum. Take number 2. Alright, everybody. Welcome back. I'm down to the second third now, so we're coming to you with the first third review. Now, I'm sort of into the second third. I'm kind of still in the first third, only because this burn is kind of cattywampus. If you look at this side, you'll say, wow, that's a nice burn. It's burning really great. But then if I turn it, you can see that I still have like half of the first third still burning on the wrapper where the other side isn't. So that is kind of a downfall for me on this, because the blender intends all those flavors to come through at a certain time, a certain way, and they take into consideration the binder, the filler, and the wrapper all in one burning evenly. So whenever you have this uneven burn, you may get some unpleasant or unknown flavors. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. You might just get some different flavors to it. In the first third, I found that this is a fairly creamy cigar. I got a very creamy taste on this cigar. The pepper ramped up a little bit. It's still a mild pepper at best, but it's a little bit more so than what it was in the initial first draw. It does have a very earthy flavor to it, and I had a nut flavor to it, almost like walnut flavor. That was very intriguing to me, because I didn't really expect that with this particular cigar and the blended tobacco that's in it. Besides this cattywampus burn, it's not a bad cigar. The construction is perfect, which is what we expect out of Drew Estate this day and age. And yeah, I can't really complain about it too much. Besides that burn really turns me off. I'm wondering to myself, is there flavors that I'm missing because of that burn? Right now, I just don't know. If this doesn't correct itself within the next few minutes, I'm probably going to correct it myself. And we're currently at about 27 minutes on this burn so far for the first third. So I'm going to smoke this down into the final third, and I'll come back to you with the second third review. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. So I smoked through the second third. I'm into the final third now. As you can see, the burn has gotten a lot better. I did end up correcting that cattywampus burn that I did have, and it hasn't messed up since, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually going to deband it now, because if I smoke it any further, it's going to, and you see how easy that band came off. If I smoke it any further, it's going to burn the band. One thing I'll say about debanding cigars that I think I said in another video is wait for it to get as close to that band as you can, because if there is any residue of that paste that they use to glue the band on, you'll find that it will tear up some of the wrapper sometimes if it bleeds over. If you let it heat up at that point, once it gets down there, then it doesn't do that. You don't have to worry about that. So that's what I typically do. I wait till it gets way down there, let it heat that glue up, and let it kind of loosen it up so that I can deband it without ruining the wrapper on it. And as you can see, I did not ruin anything on this cigar. This cigar, since I corrected the burn, is absolutely flawless now. It has, I wouldn't say a razor sharp burn on it, but it is a pretty good burn nonetheless. We'll see. I have to write notes down because I can't remember a thing in my old age. But the smooth pepper is stayed. It's pretty much from start to finish. Even in the late finish, I still get that very smooth pepper. And for this being advertised as a full flavored cigar, a full bodied cigar, I was expecting a little bit more pepper, a little bit more zingy to it, but it's really not, and it's super, super smooth. I'm not sure exactly what blend they put in it to make it that way, but the pepper is so smooth in it. I'm really enjoying it, and it's definitely not overpowering by any means. So like, if you're just getting into Maduros and you're kind of worried about maybe getting that really heavy nicotine hit or that super peppery flavor, like I think you would be all right with this cigar. Now, I'm not going to tell you to smoke this cigar as soon as you wake up or like right before you go to bed, because that might cause you some issues, but definitely eat something very hearty beforehand, like some good meats or something with a lot of carbohydrates in it, so that you can kind of stave off that nicotine hit that you may receive from this. And obviously you want to smoke in a well-ventilated area. I have 2 fans going in the windows, pulling fresh air in and pulling all the smoke out, so I don't really have to worry about that in here. Ideally, you want to smoke this outside. I still have some of that nutty flavor to it. That's kind of went down, and I only get that on the retro now, where I wasn't necessarily, I got it on the retro before, but I didn't necessarily need the retro to actually get that flavor. It is still slightly creamy, all over the palate, which I like that in a cigar whenever you do get that creamy flavor throughout the entire palate. Typically you only have it maybe on the late finish or as soon as you take that draw in, and then it's overpowered by the pepper. But because the pepper is so underwhelming and so that it's so smooth, I think that's why the creamy flavor still stays. But nonetheless, excellent performing cigar now. Drew Estate, you did it again. I'm going to smoke this down until I can't smoke it anymore, until it gets too hot for me to handle. And yeah, we'll smoke it down to there, and I'll come back to you with the final third review, as well as the overall review of the entire cigar. So guys, light something up if you haven't already, grab a drink, and stick with me for just a little bit longer. Alright everybody, welcome back again. If you've made it this far, stick around just a little bit longer. I have more information for you about the cigar and some other things. So if you look here, I am at wit's end with this thing. It is just about out. You can see the wrapper just starting to lift towards the foot there. Not a big deal because we're right at the end. I'm going to set this down and I'm going to let it die with dignity because it was a fairly decent cigar. So, as I'm talking to you, I'm going to look at my computer screen because I can't remember a damn thing. So, the smooth pepper stayed for the late finish. Never mind. That was the second third. We're going to go on to the final third. I'm sorry. Final third had slightly more pepper in it than what the second third did. Mainly because once you plow that much smoke through all your tobacco leaves at the end, you're getting a more concentrated flavor of, you know, whatever's really strong in that cigar. And although the pepper was pretty smooth and it was underwhelming, sorry, it still built up right there at the end. So the last little bit, you get a really big smack of pepper, but it was still pretty smooth pepper. Other than that, I had like no change in the final third other than it heating up towards the end, which that's where I cut the line. That's where I draw the line. I don't let it go any further than that. So total burn time on this was 2 hours and 10 minutes. And actually, that's kind of quick for this size of cigar for me. Usually I'm looking at like maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes on a 6x52. But the tobacco in it was packed so nicely as well. And I didn't say this at the beginning, but the draw was perfect. It was my perfect draw. It wasn't too tight and it wasn't so free-flowing. It was the perfect draw for me. So it got points for that. My total points out of this, out of 40 possible, is 27.1, and that's with the pre-light, the cut, the light, the first draw, the first third, second third, final third, and that's 27.1. I did deduct points just because of the uneven burn and some flavors that I may have missed out because of that uneven burn. I'm not sure if I did, but I have another one of these in the humidor. I'm going to try it with that later on and see if there's any other flavors that I pick up because of that burn issue. I might smoke that actually within the next few days so it doesn't sit any longer than this one really did. So with that aside, that cigar is done. Also, the thumbnail for this is going to be kind of odd because as you guys saw on Instagram, if you follow me, I've been talking to Toto Unicorn out in Missouri for like the past, I don't know, 2.5 hours while I'm smoking this cigar, and we've been shooting the breeze about life, love, and the lack of, and the emptiness in our hearts. And I forgot to take a picture for the thumbnail. Completely slipped my mind. So I'm gonna have to take like a kind of like a screenshot out of this video. So it might look kind of different, but never mind that. Another thing I want to cover is in the description below, you're gonna find a link to the 50 subscriber giveaway, guys. I want to thank everybody who's come out and supported the channel and subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you go down and you go to that link and do everything you need to do to sign up. Make sure that you put your email in, follow me on Instagram, follow Privada Cigar Club on Instagram, obviously subscribe to the channel, and follow Spirited Smoke, and add yourself to the Privada Cigar Club ordering service. You won't regret it. Subscribe to their box. It's $30 a month shipped to your door every single month. High quality cigars. Make sure you do that. I probably won't get to see you guys until later on. I am meeting up with Brian with Privada Cigar Club out east in Pennsylvania later this week. So I'm going out on Saturday and hanging out with him for the day. Check out the Instagram posts and stuff whenever that comes up. That's going to be fun. We're going to smoke tons of cigars, drink some brews, and sit around a campfire, I think. So that'll be a good time to just sit down and really get in the nitty-gritty with him and talk to him about, you know, whatever we decide we want to talk about. Excuse me. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching my video. Thank you for coming to the channel and subscribing and supporting me. Again, I really appreciate it. But I guess until I get to see you guys on the very next cigar review video, stay smoky.